Welcome back, everybody. I'm once again Bear Bryant, joined with Christopher Romley for the last time today.
Ever.
Well, for today. We have our last round to go, and we don't want to keep the people waiting, as we, of course, still have a high-octane, high-stakes tournament to finish tomorrow. So let's go straight into our matchup. Coming into round 6 of the World Championships. You love him. Mr. Turn 2 himself, Caden G, your second-place finisher at...
Oh, he cut his hair.
Yeah. Second-place finisher at Louisville, which got him enough points after his 4th-place finish in Denver and 12th place in Albuquerque, so that he is here with, 325 points, getting his 8th-place lock to come here for free, basically. And he is on a winning in with Zeke Yeager against Marvin Emery, who we saw earlier also on the Players to Watch, who is here with 113 points, playing Baek Yoonho, which is Ryu, the World Warrior. For everybody at home that is unaware, having played Pony and Albuquerque, getting in 51st place. So both of these players are on winning ends, and here is Caden G's deck. Yes, we're going for the I would like to burn my opponent with Harness Undeath, a card that he was not playing in Louisville.
Right.
That Wub, Calvin Harrigal, the winner of that event, was playing.
He was playing it, yeah.
And now that means this deck is still just as aggressive as it was even without 9 Titans throughout the ages. So Caden, I think, looking to really kind of burn his opponent and mill as many cards as quickly as possible to transform as Zeke Yeager versus Ryu World Warrior.
Yeah, I like this Ryu deck a ton because as opposed to playing 18 different card types, you say, I played 2 card types.
We don't know that.
Well, I mean...
Yeah.
It probably plays some actions and assets. It's not on the screen yet. Hey, Brian, can you bring me over to the next one? But most of all, it likes... Yeah, I don't care about those right this second, although I did call that one. Yeah. But it's just like, hey, me play punch.
Yeah.
You have response? Me play punch again. Hey, you have response? Me play punch. Me play punch.
That's true.
Yeah, we did see Marvin play this yesterday.
Yes.
I think it's the exact list. I don't think we changed anything between yesterday and today. And it's just a very simple, straightforward attacking deck. No weaving, no swapping character. Just, hey, did you completely block that one? Okay, then I won't draw. Oh, did you completely block that? Oh, I've completely blocked that. I'll draw, right? And so we're just getting value over the course of a turn with good stuff, whereas... Caden's going to be playing some kooky, stuff.
Crazy
with these
and kooky.
backups. Crazy and kooky. Is that an onion coupon?
Yes, it is. Followed by Massive Abnormal Titan, Desperate Plea, and Fight for Truth on 5. Checks. Horrifying on a 5. This could be a good build. Ooh, that is
terrible. You animal. I can't believe you didn't check a 5 there. No, it's still fine.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially with 2 backups in the stage, getting the ball rolling here for Caden. A Desperate Plea feels very good, of course, because you can block with any sort of card type, like we've talked about a little bit before earlier today.
In case you couldn't tell, I was excited to see Wub's Pumat.
Yeah, we saw it earlier today.
Yeah, I wasn't commentating that one, okay?
I know. But yeah, so we're going to see what Ryu can do here against this winning in for Caden G. I love Sacrifice for the Cause here on a 3. We also have the military airship coming down. It checks. So double 3 diff basically coming out of the get-go, as well as...
Is that a battle holds the answer? No. Is this Scales of Juno?
Is it? Oh, you're right, it is.
I think it's the Scales of Juno.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I forgot the promos are even here. And then, of course, a Fateful Decision. Build 3, pass, or build 4, and then immediately we're jumping in with the Fight for Truth on the side of Caden, which, again, mills 3 more cards, and we have the option to pick one of these. We have double Falling Titan and then a Moment of Normalcy, and we chose to pick the Moment of Normalcy. You would think a lot of players do value maybe grabbing one of those 2 copies of the Falling Titans, what we found immediately off the top.
Yeah, I mean, especially in this deck that isn't, like, making a huge one-shot combo.
Yeah.
You may value just... A lot of the times into decks like this, the Moment of Normalcy ends up being, like, -2 damage, -2 speed, which doesn't feel as good as, -10 damage, -10 speed you do into some decks.
Yeah.
But since we can see it's the only foundation available, actually. Yep. So that's probably why we had a bunch of these Yeagers. And, I don't like that they're there.
6 backups already in the stage, 3 foundations. We need 4 more in a stage or discard pile to already transform. But kicking off the first attack of the turn, we've got ourselves a Rewind Throttle on the side for Marvin, which is going to selectively commit one of these foundations by discarding a card from our hand, and then we'll be able to draw a card.
What do you think?
It's probably the Moment of Normalcy.
You think it'll be the Moment of Rest? Whoa, what a surprise.
Yeah, this move's just very fast, right?
Yeah.
But, of course, I think Massive Emerald Titan would be able to grab us maybe a non-attack off the top. It is a Yeagerist follower.
Whoa.
2 damage from the Ryu Enhance. And this one's just very fast, but with only 3 base damage and now with a +2, I'm looking at things like, the Titans Under Orders to basically make this for 2 damage. And I think Kaden is not going to mind that for how much life gain is already in this Zeke Yeager deck.
Yeah, probably not. I think he will take that home and be very happy about it. We're going to use one of our Titans Under Orders for -3 damage. Going to 2 damage. Kind of signaling we're not going to be blocking this one.
5 speed.
Yeah. 5 speed. Yeah, that's way too fast for our one
We do have these Yeagers, so we are going to use them to look at our top part of our deck, and we can mill it or keep it there. We don't like it.
Said not today. Okay, gonna
Discard with Sacrifice for the cause for +3 more damage. Makes this a little scarier.
take us back to printed, it looks like.
Oh. I was like, yeah.
Okay, I thought we were at -1. We should be at 5 damage now.
Yep, back to where we started. Now, Yeager's follower, considering a second enhance on one of them. Yeah, he said pass. He's like, yeah, I'm not blocking this. 5 damage feels great. 5, high for 5. Goes for a block, though. On a 6, maybe. Number 10. Oh, a runaway to only take 3 from it.
5.
Does feel pretty good, denying the momentum and also shoving the card in the card pool.
Yeah, with only 3 foundations ready, that's probably going to mean the end of the attacking turn, I would assume.
Yeah, I would say so.
Not that I think Ryu is particularly sad about that.
I mean, not getting an instance of your character. You really want your moves to get completely blocked for Ryu to draw your 3 and then put one on top.
Yeah.
But yeah, Kaden very much using this kind of DR and these extra tools to say, nah, I'm good. I'm not going to give you the more than the cards that you have. Also, you keep pitching them with things like Sacrifice the Cause anyway, which is less card mileage.
Yeah, I mean, one of the kind of key pieces we saw Marvin use yesterday was Disarming Glance and Heat Tackle.
Yeah.
Disarming Glance cannot interact with Falling Titans, but you know what can is Heat Tackle.
Yes.
If we're able to block with it. Unfortunately, it's the wrong zone for the Falling Titans, but you do have the dream of like maybe getting a tension with a Heat Tackle and then blocking with it on a following turn.
Yeah.
Or just finding some way to get into the card pool otherwise. So I could see something cool like that happen.
Yeah, a lot of these punches are not lows, so it's not going to be a lot of blocking, but I think it's still pretty good to open the turn with if your opponent is playing something like Rejuvenating Smash, which this deck plays 4 copies of, and it's really good because you can only ever play that Rejuvenating Smash response once, only when it's the second card.
Right.
But we did use our military airship to pick up that first rewind throttle, but now immediately pitching it to tap down the last foundation of Kaden. We're going to get some damage in here for sure, at least 5, unless we start maybe giving some minus speed with these Yeager's followers. We do also have our once per turn plus to the check with Zeke already happening, and then we've now transformed.
Yeah. So, oh man, transformed already is kind of scary. Even with just 3 foundations, right? With the amount of backups we have available to us, the transformation means that our moves can get kind of easy. We can get the strings a little more easily, right?
Yeah.
Especially if you find something like a Falling Titans.
Falling Titans on 4s now, for as long as we have those 2 backups in our stage, and you'll be getting rid of them, of course, but that is the lethality. But we see the Disarming Glance here, as well as the Driven by Retribution. That one is going to fail, though, but the Disarming Glance is a good one that you were talking about.
Well, it can't interact with...
Yes.
Because it's only during that attack, but it's good for some of these other moves.
The character still draws cards, right? You can deny a very key impact draw ability. But you're right, yes. It's after it resolves. For the Falling Titans. There's the review. Colossal Detonation.
You ever watch the new Dragon Ball Z movies?
Like the Broly stuff?
Yeah.
No, I haven't seen that. I haven't seen that one.
I just like the way the new Frieza voice actor says monkey.
Oh. Okay.
You want me to do my impression?
If you want.
No, you have to want it.
I want it.
You sure?
Do the people want it? Chat, what do you think? Get in the comments. Do it.
Monkey!
That's pretty good. Yeah, I like that.
Oh, man, no Falling Titans this turn.
More Yeager's followers really just accumulating all these backups and more foundations to help pass these checks. But, I mean, also just, probably not drawing the attacks that we're looking for either.
Man, I'm glad my local stopped playing backup decks. I got so tired of
You were playing backups, too.
Yeah, but I wasn't playing Beast Titans Rock Barrage. I definitely just grew very tired of getting stun 3'd into potato, which
We
is
like
usually what I
potato.
I don't like potato.
You don't like potato?
Potato funny.
Potato's a good card.
Oh, I do like potato.
Yeah.
I have a soup somewhere. I think it's on my other phone. But
Back to Ryu.
Wub wrote superior technique on it.
Oh, soup. Yeah.
Superior technique.
Yeah. That card's broken. Anyway, another sacrifice for the cause, disarming lance, or sorry, no, rifle arm, and then our own moment of normalcy, as well as another fateful decision as we build for pass.
A little build 4 action there. Unfortunately, I don't know that we have an answer for a Falling Titans loop-de-loop.
I don't think so either.
So I think if we start doing that, we're going to start taking hella damage. Okay, well, there's the Beast Titans Rock Barrage coming through.
That's a good one. A lot of these foundations are now really vulnerable.
Just because they're vulnerable,
Well, because they're not invulnerable.
you know. I mean, what are you going to hit?
Moment
Moment of normalcy? No way.
No. Sacrifice?
Oh, interesting.
What do we have? No, this is the 2.
That's the stun 2, okay.
So
Yeah, you always hit the stun 2 first.
Scales of Junos, I think, is probably pretty good. That
Yeah.
one is probably stopping what we're trying to do.
That would stop the Falling Titans thing.
Yeah, so now with only 3 ready resources, I think if Caden does have the Falling Titans, it will be very much, I think, game for Caden.
Yeah.
But we saw early on in the game already 2 of them go to the discard pile. So what are the actual odds?
There's 1 left in the deck. There's 3 in the deck total.
Yeah, so
I mean, we're posturing like we are going to do it, right? Anya Kapun is making the Beast Titans Rock Barrage not count towards progressive,
touches of stage.
and we specifically touched the one thing on our opponent's board that would make it so we wouldn't be able to loop the Beast Titans Rock Barrage. So I think that we have it.
Yeah, and they'll be on 4s
Yeah.
because of the +2 to our check from Beast Titan Finale or the.
Come on, you can do it.
No, I'm waiting for you to do it.
What am I doing?
You know what you're doing. Okay.
Beast Titans
Anyway.
Rock Barrage or
No, the Beast Titan Finale.
oh,
There-
monkey.
There you go. All right, Beast Titan Rock Barrage number 2 coming in, which will
Sorry.
commit every remaining foundation on the side of Marvin. And even still, this feels good because, again, if there is the Falling Titan, they're on 5s.
Yeah.
Over and over and over again, and things like Yeager's follower can all but guarantee what card we're going to be checking anyway, and you don't mind committing them because you're going to get rid of them anyway for the Falling Titans.
Yeah, and we have so many Yeagerists to be able to scout our checks too.
6.
Yeah. And to either draw or scout or, scout then draw because our character also does the drawing.
And we have begun looking, keeping it there.
It's a little looky-loo. I don't like that he readies the one he used before to commit the one that came afterwards.
That's fair.
It's just making me feel a little silly.
Inspiring song for
+1 to their check.
yes, +1.
May as well use it now, right?
Yeah, in case you have to. I mean, we won't be committing anything, especially because we looked at the top and then we drew off the top with the
Oh yeah.
Beast Titan Finale effect, and now we're going
then
to also
use the
take this one
Inspiring.
to the face, going down to 22. Where it is, Falling Titans. There it is on a 4/5. Sorry, it's on a 7, but we checked a 6,
we
but
checked-
+1 to our check because of the
Check
inspiring
7,
song.
Yeah.
And now it has begun. Will Marvin just give it to him, or will we watch all of these get played out? Looks at the top. We're going to get rid of it anyway. 6 damage to the face. On to the next one. On a 7. Checks a 7.
Yeah,
And there it is.
we're wrapping it up.
Don't got to finish it up. There is game 1 going to Caden G. Mr. Turn 2 himself, taking it down on like turn 4. Double mileage.
Double mileage. Yeah, come on.
And no harness on death that game. Very much just the bread and butter of what these backup decks are kind of doing with the Falling Titans.
he might have done it later on.
Yeah.
Right? You play as many of the
Falling Titans.
Falling Titans
And then
as
they're
you
all in
can.
your discard pile. And,
Yeah.
Yep.
It's so interesting that that card was printed. Because
Harness?
no,
Falling?
Titans.
Oh.
It's really interesting to me because we had loops from like 2019 to 2022 that were just like the bane of the format.
Sure.
And and then coordinated effort also looping things, right, with all the
Yeah.
Anytime there's some form of looping, people hate it. And when it says this, like that was turn 4, and it was pretty eventual. Like there was an eventuality to that sort of line, especially with how protected it is. Now I'm not saying
but it's funny you say that. Yeah,
it's just interesting to me because the company was willing to go back and do something that was so shaped like Shield Big Bang.
Yeah. But in the same thing that you said, and how many people were very vocal about that one back then.
Yeah.
There aren't as many people as vocal about this one.
Yeah, that's
in
interesting.
general. You know what I'm saying? Like this one is more okay to the public.
But it's technically less failable in this specific character than it was in than Shield Big Bang was in Cassandra.
Yes.
And it just seems to be what, the company leans on to boost the viability of their underplayed archetype, right?
Yeah.
Whether it be backups or assets or whatever it might be, it's just make them better than foundations, right? Or have an alternate skew. So it's not that me saying it's overpowering or there's no way to do it. I beat a Shield Big Bang deck to win my PTC,
Yeah.
So it wasn't that it was undefeatable. It's just that people generally, right, at that time really hated the idea of a loop.
Correct.
And so there being a loop in this format and people are like totally fine with it is interesting.
And the reality is too is like there's multiple.
Yeah.
That's not the only one. There's other cards and other characters that can do similar loop playstyle stuff. And like I said, it's just kind of like generally accepted. I think a lot of people still see and value a lot of the like interaction points that it does see, not just for this one, but other cards, And like there is still that puzzle to solve, not just as the player playing the deck, but for the opponent that doesn't play that deck, but exists and acknowledges it existing in the format.
Right, yeah. I mean, and there's certainly things pointed at like card pool clearing that people aren't playing.
Yeah.
And a huge
even
part
with
of
Mikasa running around.
Yeah. Well, the problem that I've had is that it's been on symbols that are not as popular.
Yeah, true.
Right. It ends up being on water, it ends up being on good, right? Things like that where post-rotation, I think it'll be interesting to look at defensive pieces in general and hey, how efficient is the format, right? Will we start leaning into these things? Will the looping sort of playstyles fall out of favor? Card pool clearing, right, in general, right? Because that's functionally what this is doing, right?
Yes.
It's just coming out of the card pool, coming back into it. And so, I'm not condemning the playstyle.
No,
I do think it's interesting, though, to look at sort of at a macro level.
No, I think your points are true. And, like I said at the beginning of it, too, is like, yet it is like pretty fundamentally like accepted now for how long like Apocalypse has existed.
Well, I mean, so the backup decks were hit twice, right? We hit.
Yes, relatively. The decks that like Webb played and Caden played have lost multiple pieces.
Yeah.
Yes, that is correct.
Yeah, so it's not that they weren't powerful, right? It's just those the Falling Titans wasn't the part of it that people had a problem with.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Which is interesting based off of everything you just said about a previous predecessor example.
Where Shield Big Bang was the deck, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So, okay, we're reading Onion Capone.
But we played it last game.
Yeah, but I just want to read it this time.
Okay. I think we're also maybe evaluating a new way to approach this matchup for Marvin is do we start swinging at them?
Right.
There is our first heat tackle of this match for Marvin. I'm a really big fan of this one. I think this is one of my favorite tension attacks from the set.
Yeah.
Because it's so powerful. But, of course, we talk about this. Card pull effects in general in our game are very, very potent.
Yeah.
And this one doesn't flip itself to do it. It seals itself, which means even while you're playing the attack,
you can still use it.
Correct, because you've already gotten your tension.
Yeah. Yeah, I do think that at this point of the game, there's no reason not to attack the backups because this is a deck that uses momentum particularly well, right?
Yes.
Zeke without resets does not do well into speed, right?
Yes.
Like it tops at being able to block around like a 9-speed mood. So your true 100% having EX3 on them, Rejuvenating Smash having EX3 on them, Rewind Throttle being a 5-speed move, like all these things are relevant, right? So getting momentum now, killing the backups, right? I think is the play. It's
a great punish because this is the only turn you can do it while also generating momentum because Caden committed Zeke.
Right.
Normally, if you start swinging at them, they go, okay, I'll abort the attack.
Yeah, and I'll draw.
Yes, exactly. But now getting 2 momentum, even using cards like Rising Uppercut, which are not great to swing with on your own turn.
Right.
Getting mileage and just to kill off these backups, I think this is a great spot for Marvin and adapting to this matchup.
Yeah, I think if for all of the ways that this matchup could have gone well, one of the things went right, right?
Correct.
Now we need to follow up with an aggressive hand on turn 3.
What does Caden do to adapt, though? Do we just keep building more backups and then pray the turn that Marvin runs out of attacks to kill them all?
Well, at this point now we'll have Zeke ready,
Yes.
so we'll be able to. We will be denying momentum at least.
Yes, that is true.
But yeah, if we have enough attacks to pressure the backups and go to a cycle, I think. Because post cycle the harness and deaths are like piddly.
Yeah.
Right? I've always felt like Harness and Death is worth playing even in decks that don't play backups, just because it's a 4 difficulty echo move.
Yeah.
If you're playing backups, and then if you also have the off chance of playing into somebody who does play backups,
It hits very hard.
Plus 2 damage on a 4 difficulty echo move is crazy. And these decks are even bigger, right?
Yes.
But it doesn't hold on to momentum very well, right?
No.
So fueling the echo is not really, a very important thing.
Yeah, because a lot of the cards it's playing, essentially, if you don't connect with your Beast Titan Rock Barrages, the Falling Titans are shifting down.
Yeah.
The Harness and Deaths are flipped because you echoed them, typically.
Yeah.
And every other move that you play in the deck is, probably getting blocked because you usually just lose to the inevitability of the Falling Titans.
Yeah.
So I agree with you. So I'm glad Marvin took advantage of it in that scenario, because now you have to start going for face. Because here's the thing. You're down a game. Yes, you denied resources for Caden, but as you kill off these backups, regardless of getting the momentum or not, you're helping Caden eventually transform.
Yeah.
Which means instead of killing off the backups, you just turn them sideways. So as you attack them, yes, you'll still get the momentum, but we're still getting all this hand advantage for Caden.
Yep. So another opener. We're going to be able to block this, so we started hitting face, right?
Yes.
But so we're just going to take this one. Sorry, we're not at 16 life for Marvin.
Down to 21 for Caden, at full for Marvin. Does connect. We do have a Roman cancel token. I even like he's using the promo full art one.
Yeah.
Those are beautiful.
I love the full arts from that set.
Pitch did a great job with those.
The first time that we haven't had like the text on the cards
Yeah.
is a little annoying.
There's some controversy.
Yeah, but they're cool, right?
Yeah,
they're cool. They're cool. I mean, I think it's just important that my locals bring the actual text of the card for me.
Yes.
Because I don't have a ton of time to play anymore, and I need explanations for things.
Yes, absolutely.
But yeah, they're really, really, really pretty.
And I hope we can even do more of those like mosaic style things where they all fit together into a giant picture.
My only thing I will say is I wish they were brighter.
Oh, that's fair.
That
might just be like the foiling choice.
Foiling
right?
does that, right? But there are foiling patterns and also inks
Yeah.
that can be brighter. So, but yeah, they're beautiful. Really, probably some of the best looking full arts that we've had in the game.
Hitch did a phenomenal job with those. With a little bit of the extra like creative
Hitch is
freedom.
like the only backup that's not in this game, man.
Yeah, we don't have fire. But in the guess the cards that we were showing earlier,
Yeah,
I
Hitch
hope you
was
all
doing
got
it.
that one right at home, because
Yeah.
Hitch did make an appearance. Back to Caden, a very healthy stage here for Marvin with multiple pieces of momentum.
I think we're just building. So
Yeah.
tell the people at home who Hitch is, right? If they don't know Hitch.
Yeah, Chris Radley, I believe his last name.
Okay.
Hitch at UniVersus is basically the guy for all things creative involved with UniVersus. So basically the way that cards look and their treatments and like stylistic choices, Hitch is the guy. If you see him ever at these events, he is always more than happy to show off future art pieces. Things like Rebel Frontier were his idea and, his creative decision and pivot. Meanwhile, they function as a nice thing that organized play is looking to implement, right? But yeah, Hitch is the guy when it comes to creative decisions and making final choices for almost all things art related for this event, including.
Is that Megalomania?
Whoa, is the guy when it comes to creative decisions and making final choices for almost all things art related for this event, including.
Is that Megalomania?
Whoa, actually? Did we side that one? Oh.
Holy schmoly.
Yeah, this one's very good. Yeah, so.
That's not a punch.
So you were talking about how these backup decks don't hold on to momentum very well,
Yeah.
which means even if you do get some, Megalomania really punishing it and having a clear answer to seal Zeke
Yeah.
and then go back to attacking backups.
The backups, yeah. Yeah, I wonder if we're going to continue hitting the backups or if we're going to take the opportunity to say, hey, I've gotten rid of the one piece of speed hate on your
Yeah.
board. Let's go for face now, right?
Yeah.
It does. This is not a punch though, right? So the 100% repeateds are going to be a little less efficient, but I could see a world where Caden dies on this turn.
I think so too. I mean, stealing your opponent's character is a very powerful effect across the game in the history of the game. Hence why this is a secret rare. A very, very strong choice, I think. A lot of people, they thought when this card was coming out, they're like, oh, King Ghidorah is unplayable because this card exists. Turns off the character. You can't use your counters to keep you alive.
Right.
And the reality is that just people aren't playing this card.
Well, Fire and Void are not popular symbols, like main symbols, right? This is not. No, they're not, man.
Porco's fire, typically, and then
Porco's not seen play since
Atlanta. That's correct. But this was a card they were even including in those decks. And then Rodans as well have an option to seal characters off to take advantage in some of the matchups.
Sure. But I think that it is a very powerful card, right? In sort of the same way that Somnambulism was very powerful for Midnight, right? And that one checked it too. So people, if given the option, they will do these things. But it's just that those symbols are not the premier,
Yeah, they're not premier, but represented.
Yeah. Okay, we're going to be drawing because this attack was full blocked.
Yep, draw 3, and then we'll selectively add 1 card in our hand to the top of our deck.
Yeah, and so this is going to guarantee a new move, probably. I assume it's going to be a Rejuvenating Smash, right?
It's stacking a 6 from hand and then playing a Rejuvenating Smash on a 6.
I saw Disarming its stack, so it's going to be a 5 difficulty. And that's fine. We got Capture the Target.
Yep.
×2, so the deeper we're going to this turn, the more happy we're going to be about it.
It's very, very quickly becoming exactly what you said. I think Caden could very realistically die here.
Yeah. Especially with 3 momentum, man.
Yeah. 100% repeated. Has EX and powerful 3.
Yeah. Yeah, if you can hear a muffled cheering in the background, they're doing top 16 announcements right now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which,
we'll do.
Yes. Yeah. In live after this event, or after this match, of course.
Yeah. We are a little behind so that you guys at home don't have as many breaks.
That's true.
Yeah, so we've got a 4 mid-10 right now.
Yes.
Because Sacrifice for the Cause discarded a
+2 block modifier plus the +4, or sorry, the +2 that we gave with the Ryu as well. So, 10 damage.
Yeah.
Also gives us momentum because we used a discard out.
Yeah. Okay. And then Zeke flipping over. What is this? Is that...
Sorry?
What do we flip over there?
With our... Oh, Inspiring Song?
Oh, it was Inspire. It was the promo. Okay.
Yeah, we had 3 of them on our stage.
Yeah,
so.
I can't keep up with these promos, man.
Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, we have
Let's 3 to our check.
-3 to the rivals next check. We're really just trying to deter as we then block and build this Onyakapone back down, face down. So Caden trying his very best to stay alive here, even with these partial blocks. And now a repeated on a 5, 6, 7, checks a 0.
Yeah.
So we're going to have to commit 7 resources. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 5, and we need 2 more. There it is.
Yeah, we're going to get 2 of those foundations back.
Correct.
Sacrifice for the Cause and 4 momentum. Could be lethal.
And the double capture the target. Now we have 3 attacks in our card pool. We'll actually get...
Well, this one could be lethal alone.
Oh, yes, absolutely. Again, the 4 momentum.
Yeah. So we're going to ready 2. We're going to ready 2 more with the capture the targets. So we could feasibly play yet another move.
Yes.
But this one alone could be lethal.
Yeah, and the question is the blockability, right? So we have 5 ready foundations on the side for Caden, plus our character.
Yeah.
So depending on how fast we have to get this, plus the damage, which we have to kind of use our resources, kind of symmetrically.
We know they've been ready.
Yeah, yes,
So funny. But yeah, so this one, it's going to be a question of whether or not Marvin decides to make it lethal. We're going to be
Sacrifice helps.
Yeah, discarding. Is that a
Scales of Juno again?
That is a 3+ block, I think.
I'm pretty sure. Yep. Yeah. So we're up to 5, which says you can also use the other enhance unrepeated, which says checks can't be modified for the turn.
Yeah, and so that means we can use 2 of the momentum for powerful and 2 of the momentum. Oh no, sorry. So 2 damage from Ryu, 3 damage from Sacrifice for a Cause.
11.
6 more damage from powerful. EX 3
17.
twice for 6 speed. Puts it at 10 speed.
For 17.
Yeah, okay,
and there is the scoop.
Game 3. Yeah.
Perfect, you did it. Yeah, right in the time. That is game 2 going to Marvin with 33 minutes left. We've got a final game 3 for both of these players. that the winner will potentially
Yeah.
lock in their spot for top 16.
Yeah. Man, those boys are loud.
They are doing a whole thing. It's actually kind of nice. Is Levi over there? Is it Levi?
He must be. I think it's Levi talking to it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
All
cool.
right.
Okay.
All right, so we got one more game as the in the now. So the question becomes, now that Caden is going first, that sort of dichotomy of what Marvin was able to do going first, denying the backups, that was all because Caden's character was committed. That is all but assuredly not
going to happen
this
time,
game,
yeah.
which is a huge uphill battle, similarly to game 1 for Marvin.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, when you're not getting momentum for your hits, right, which is that kind of the annoying thing about this version of Zeke, it feels really bad to be denying backups, especially when they're those Yeagerists, right? Like, sending my 5 difficulty move to kill a 1 difficulty backup that doesn't do very much can feel really...
Is that the sideboard right there?
Sideboard's over here.
For Marvin, I wanted to know if he was
For
playing
Marvin,
card.
it's Armor-Clad Faith.
Okay.
My fists solve my problems, Disarming Glance, and Tattered Costumes times 2.
Okay, I was wondering because you say that, right? And one of the big pieces I know is accessible to fire symbol decks for backup hate, especially Yeager's hate, is activating the coordinate. It is basically a global
nuke everything for 2, right? Yeah.
And so those Yeager's follows just melt.
Yeah,
but
the
we're not
Yeagers,
playing
yeah.
it, so I'm not going to go into it, of course.
It's just something that I it's so pointed at this specific matchup.
But yes.
Yeah, in a format where it's not a very popular deck, right?
Yeah.
You know, this is, I think, the only Zeke Yeager specifically. This Zeke.
Yes, there's an Aiden L. We know is still kind of doing very well with the other Zeke Yeager.
Yes,
that's correct.
So yeah,
and Barlow Guess is also up there playing Zeke Yeager,
right?
Warchief.
Well, so that was the thing I thought about actually, because I overheard some of you guys over there, Jeremy, Tim, you talking about Ghidorah in retro being able to stack other Ghidorah on top of it, and I was like, at that point, because you're stacking, is it the counters that matter or the stacks that matter? Ghidorah moves counters. He doesn't remove character cards.
Correct.
Okay.
But people like to represent them with them.
With
I
the
understand what you're saying.
Okay, I got excited because like maybe this is the first time anybody ever could play that 7th Crust card that makes you go down to 2 characters.
Oh, yeah.
Something Chime, Withering Chime.
Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
No, yeah, but the big one, too, is, of course, you have to play this, the new one, because it doesn't have a difficulty.
Yes.
You have to play and stack the other one, because it has this difficulty.
Yeah.
But as far as the verbiage of, I don't have a copy of him, but if the verbiage on the new one says, like, head counter or whatever, they are the same counter. But if they're not the same counter, then you stacking the new Ghidorah just gives you that weird commit ability.
Right.
And it won't really help you. But yes, I think the point is, as long as they say the same verbiage, which I think they do, your 35 health character will gain 30 more life. Right? Isn't that what it says?
I think it puts you to 10.
Yeah, so 35 plus 30 more.
Yeah.
Yes,
I think you're right. If you can do the stack,
Correct.
right? You can execute the stack. Anyway, I got exciting
stack,
pacifying chime.
Man, yeah, that card does not see play. Yeah, but I know what you're talking about. The action card, right?
Yes.
All right, Caden. Back to him on turn 2. 3 backups, 3 foundations, and we're building more.
Finding 2 copies of Scales of Juno means that you'll have to have a pretty nuts sequence, right? Much like game 1 to be able to commit down both of these Scales of Juno. Scales can only cancel, I think, 1 use of the Falling Titans.
Correct.
And so that's one of the things that's a little, it can feel bad about playing into the Falling Titans specifically is that, oh no, it isn't a form. I thought it was a form. I got excited.
Response after resolve.
Yeah, it's response after resolve. So if you cancel it once, that's it for the turn. Correct. It's nice. So if you can stick that there, you feel pretty good about it. Anyway. Moving into this turn, we're building a 3rd Scales of Juno into a Rejuvenating.
That's pretty good.
So yeah, I think that means that unless we're getting stunned completely out, there's pretty much no way that we're going to be winning specifically with Falling Titans this game. It will end up having to be something like a double Harness on Death or something.
Yeah, that's true. Which I'm hoping we do see that because that is kind of the newest addition for Caden's deck here. Still choosing to play Chaos on Zeke or Warchief, whereas Wub and even Barlow in this tournament playing it on Life. course, you still get Harness on Death on both of them, but the decks have a few extra different cards, right?
Right.
And so I'm excited to see the adaptation of Kaden now, including that technology, versus when you're staring across multiple answers of the other way that you usually win the game and how we won game one. Is that what we have to use for adaptation?
Right. Yeah. I mean, there's still the chance that we'll build in the backups and then just have a huge amount of Beast Titan Rock Barrage.
That's exactly how we won game one,
Yeah,
right? So there is even a world where we do that. Selectively commit two of them, and then with the bonus extra commit 4, we're probably getting the third one, depending on the sides of the stage at that point. That it could be another inevitable line, like we were talking about.
If Marvin builds wide enough, though, you could feasibly be where that's not feasible.
Yeah.
Right.
And I think that's even why Kaden is playing one of the only real relevant board wipes still to this day.
Right. Colossal Detonation
is something we could see in this game. That would even extend it a little bit further, but give Kaden a big edge because we get to keep all these backups.
Yeah. Yeah, it's so funny to see each iteration of the quote-unquote board wipes where they're just like, okay, destroy all foundations, end the turn. Yes. And then it's like, destroy all foundations and assets, and end the turn. And then it's like, we'll bring us back to 4. You can do those. Not end the turn, though. I went first now. And then that one gets banned because it was busted. And then the new one's like, okay, kill it all.
Backups, assets,
foundations. Yeah, I'm waiting for the one that's just like, if it's on the board and is not your starting character, get it out of here.
I love that. That's pretty funny.
I think
because you're right. You know what this new one doesn't do? Doesn't kill off tokens.
True.
You get to keep all your power.
Yeah, that's messed up.
And it gives you power tokens when you play the card.
You hear me, Jeremy Ray? UK? Gotta make destroy all tokens.
I like it.
Tokens are the real monsters.
Or the monsters we made along the way.
I want to make friends, not monsters. Okay, well, here's the Beast Titans Rock Barrage.
Here's the first one.
Yeah, we'll see if we have... so math on it says that 2 would do it.
Yes, because the stage isn't wide enough. But we didn't even pick the Scales of Juno. I think we're going to see the Harness on Death thing you were talking about.
Whoa.
I think it's already kind of fulfilling itself.
Yeah. Can you do 32 with them with no momentum, though? If you had 2 or 3 of them, I guess. I mean, you're taking 5 damage along the way from these Beast Titans Rock Barrages.
Yeah, or you're blocking these and then blocking the harnesses are inevitable.
But a follow-up Beast Titans Rock Barrage would just commit us out, though, so it wouldn't matter.
How many backups is Kaden playing in his deck total? I think it's like 20-something.
Let's see the number. 10, 14, 18, 21, 24, 26.
So, with the 6 we have in our stage, the maximum they could do is 20.
7 in the stage.
7. 19.
Yeah, I mean, with the
so 2 is for sure it.
Yeah.
If in maximum capacity.
Yeah, I don't think we're there yet, but...
Yeah, but even if it's, let's say it's 10.
Yeah, it looks like we're going to attempt to block this one, at the very least.
Yeah, it looks like it, with the minus speed coming from the Fateful Decision.
Yeah. Well, we used the Barrier Shield.
Oh, even better.
Yeah, we used the Barrier Shield.
That's one of yours.
Yeah, that's one of my... and we saw the third of my cards used by Midoriya earlier.
I forgot it.
The Dolphin one.
Oh, nice, yeah.
Yeah. So that one added in a Goblin Bolt.
Love it.
Really cool play. Okay, so let's see the block.
Sorry, yeah.
I got excited, but I saw all 3 of my cards. I was pretty happy about that.
What are we blocking
I don't know what we're waffling over. I mean,
I think we're at does Kaden want to transform right now? Which again is fine because we want more of our backups in our discard pile.
Is it 10 in the discard pile?
Or
stage and okay,
yeah,
sorry, we're almost assuredly there.
Yeah, as soon as he presses the button, we have the ability to transform. It says May.
I saw 4 at least there.
Yeah. Nope,
yeah, so we're gonna sacrifice the
massive abnormal titan.
Massive abnormal titan, and we're gonna flip over. I think this means you're going for the falling titan. I know
we're
it's in
looking
hand.
for cards, right? Because we blew up one, transformed, and now we're looking to commit one to draw one.
Yeah.
And then here comes the block.
He tackle.
Takes the half.
Oh,
2.
man. So even if Kaden follows up with a second Beast Titans Rock Barrage,
we have an answer to the
there's
falling titan.
still an answer to the Falling Titans. You can't kill him with that one this turn.
But again, I feel like we would have postured using, unless there's just a second Beast-Titan Rock.
I think that was the play. I think he was trying to go for the exact same sequence that worked in game 1.
Beast-Titan Rock Rush. No, Detonation.
That's Detonation, yeah.
12.
So it's on a third. No, it's on a 12.
We had our once per turn,
yeah.
plus 8 to our check to play it.
Sure.
Sorry, plus 6 to our check to play it, but plus 8 because of the extra 2. So we are going to get rid of these foundations, and Heat Tackle says we can't do anything about it.
Yeah.
Cost to do so, of course, is committing your character, and then it will blow everything up on resolution.
Yeah, but then you still have all this. And the thing is, right, oh, man.
We still have all our backups. We still have a Sean Gilmore, and we just use an inspiring song to give us +1 to our check afterwards. We're trying to nuke the board and still play something afterwards, but another barrier shield will help against that.
Unfortunately, we are not going to have multiple layers of Scales of Juno after this resolves. So we're going to have a... I mean, this one's for 12 damage, right? It's for 10? 8 mid for 10. Okay, 12 difficulty move, right? So an off block still means we're going to be at 24 life, right?
Yeah.
Which is, that's 4 Falling Titans. So
yes. And again, it would be on theoretical 5s.
Yeah.
With 0 foundations, our character committed, but we can peak. We have 1 +2 to our check. And then we also have, the Rising Uppercut, but it's a half block, so it won't be able to be played as a reversal. Or, sorry, an attack on my
Yeah, we're still taking 5.
Yes. Blow them all up.
Yeah, do you think he goes for it?
I think we'll go for something. We gave +1 to our check with that inspiring. All right, use it or lose it, but like...
We do. Breaker 2 is still happening.
Yeah, so -1 total, but we also have the +2 from Zeke as long as it fits the keyword, so it will just be +1 again.
Oh, man, going for the Rock Barrage. Okay.
5/6, checks A6.
Yeah.
And then we're going to be able to get another backup. This tells me we just didn't have the Falling Titans because we would have done what we talked about.
Well, Falling Titans, we would have to have checked the 6.
Well, I mean, we would have just done Beast-Titan Rock Barrage, Beast-Titan Rock Barrage into the Falling Titans.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Like
No, because Heat Tackle was in the card pool.
Oh, true. Sorry, you're right.
Yeah, that line was no longer available. So I think we're just trying to get damage in this turn, right? And then
take advantage of our stage being accelerated
yes.
backup-wise.
Yes. That or, I don't know, we're just putting our pants on our head and dancing.
Yeah, I mean, we're looking at the top again, and if it's a good check, Caden's allowed to keep it there and play another move.
Another Heat Tackle. Not Heat Tackle. Oh, my goodness.
Rising Uppercut.
Rising Uppercut.
But again, it's on a partial, so we're not able to press
not getting a reversal with it is kind of sad.
But great cards. Those would have been great against the Falling Titans. But here on a 4, yep, and that's what we were looking for on a 4 as well. It checks, builds the 1 foundation, another backup, and once we have our character back, we'll be able to draw a lot more cards. And Marvin is in trouble.
Yeah.
No cards in stage at all. If you just draw attacks, it's going to be rough.
No, we're going to find the 4th copy of Scales of Juno.
Disarming Glance. Disarming Glance.
Those aren't it.
Scales of
Juno! Let's go.
Painful.
Okay.
Okay,
so we can certainly still die to a Harness on Death Chain, but those aren't ranged.
Correct. We don't get pluses to our check.
So no +2 to play those. Those would be like real 4 difficulties.
Yes. But we'll have to use our Yeagerist to help us
find the checks.
Find our checks. So, I mean, the first one would pass. What do we have? Do we even draw attacks? What does Caden have going on? 21 to get through.
He's certainly not windmill slamming it, so.
Falling Titans on a 6. Checks a 6.
Yeah.
This could just be it.
Well, no,
we
have the scales. The scales of Juno, yeah. So this one's definitely not doing it.
It sure doesn't look like a scales of Juno.
Yeah, it looks like something.
On my screen, it looks different.
Well, I get confused too when I'm looking at the inspiring song promo.
Yes, that's fair.
Now when I'm like, what sorcery is this one?
They never make our job easy, Bromley.
No,
they give us brand new promos,
and
they're always ones that players want to use
immediately.
So I don't know what they look like.
Yeah,
I feel you.
I blame Levi Lalonde. I just wanted to say his name because he's over there.
It does roll off the tongue. A very slick name, you might say. He's mic'd
what
up.
a handsome little boy over here.
Hey, what's up?
Hey,
I'm
Levi.
Levi Lalonde.
That's him.
×2.
Do you miss being back here, Levi?
I really do. Especially when I get back here and I smell you, Barrett.
I'm sure I don't smell good.
Barrett, I miss your scent.
Oh my gosh! All right. Well, no, Levi's too
Whoa.
busy giving and running a slick tournament that has concluded, and with only one more day to go after this round 6, that could be heating up towards a finale here.
Well, we didn't cancel the Falling Titans response with Scales of Juno.
We're on a second one.
Yeah, this is the second one. While Levi was chatting us up. Yeah,
sorry.
We're
He
at
was busy smelling me.
Don't be sorry. It's okay. That was important stuff. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what happened there that we missed the response.
I mean, you can always do it on the next one, but we sure did eat probably 6 for
Yeah, I mean, there's no reason to not do it, right?
going for a block. That's a very high block mod, though. But we did check a 6, right? I put a 6 check on that one, right? Yeah.
I put a 6 check on that one. Says Barrett
Sorry,
Bryant.
that's the Ryu Foundation.
Yeah, that
Tenacious
goes to
adds
the
on
top.
top,
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
You're funny.
All right, that was just instinctive.
Yeah.
All right, there it is. There's the Scales of
Yeah,
Juno.
why didn't we do it on the first one?
Yeah, it's interesting, too, because I think Caden wanted to get the Scales of Juno out because this is just going to shift down,
Right.
which is still a foundation for Caden later on.
Yeah.
It's just very quickly, but also slowly, spelling inevitability for Caden because I don't know what Marvin is going to be able to do with only 4 foundations next turn, and none of them help him close the game out.
Yeah. There's no sacrifice for a cause, right?
Yes.
There's no battle holds the answers, right? Our 6 check to be able to stack.
Yeah.
It's gonna take a really truly insane hand.
It's going to be an insane line.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm not. It's getting very difficult, and you still have 29 to get through, and I'm going to say 29 plus because Zeke Yeager can gain currently, based off of what's here on the board, 8 more life across this game,
Yeah.
and also you're staring across 2 copies of Titans Under Orders.
Yeah.
It's just really tough.
I think it's not happening.
I think we're getting close to cycling, so Caden going through the discard pile. Checking to see what we have to maybe go through, but here comes a sacrifice for the cause. And
Yeah,
now, in my head,
The
if
question
Caden-
is if Caden has a third Falling Titans.
I don't. Oh, the classic. We played Rejuvenating Smash to draw more cards, but we checked a 4, so it's commit 2.
Not a 3.
Not a 3, which is typically what we see.
Gain 2 life, go to 17.
But Caden has a Falling Titans. He needs to play an attack card, or he can just do it now.
Oh, you can just pick it up.
Pick it up.
I'm so silly.
Also,
Forgot it
heal
does that.
10 stamina off of one of your backups.
Sure. Yep. Well, you silly goose. You could have used the Titan Under Orders and then healed it.
Yeah, it's true. He's not a goose.
Did I tell you I time walked Jeremy and Tim this weekend?
With the rumbling?
No.
Oh.
No. I literally time walked them. I took an extra turn.
Yeah.
I did.
with
I
the-
did rumbling Jeremy though.
Oh, sorry. With the Ymir?
Yeah.
You have a deck with that in it?
Yeah. I use Armin.
Ooh.
Yeah,
yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. I used the Armin boy.
I love that. I'm
Yeah.
glad.
It was very
You
funny.
just had enough ways to protect it?
So I play the armored Titan guy. His 2 difficulty that says that attack's attacking me now.
Yep.
And usually how I do it is I get 2 momentum and then I block with a Genkai's 4 diff. We're on
Absorbed.
absorbed energy strike, yeah. And then I get the 3rd momentum during their turn, and so they have to change. They're like,
You're like,
oh god, oh you have 3 momentum now, yeah. And so
I like that. That's
yeah,
awesome.
It's very fun. Yeah.
I've seen a lot of people using Jester Lavore from the
Right, because
Challenger
you
deck.
get so much momentum.
Yeah, and there's enough cards I think on life that can help protect it.
Yes.
Usually, and has a good symbol spread. Chaos
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
is really
yeah,
good,
yeah.
and then fires whatever.
Yeah.
But here is Beast Titan Rock Barrage for Caden, looking for a backup to build. And then, of course, we got so much committal here. Double rifle arm and a Botan's coaching left for Marvin
Yeah.
on defense. And we know there is a Falling Titan in Caden's hand.
Yeah, 2 barrier shields used. I've seen 3 rejuvenating smashes gone. I just don't know what we have left to be able to interact with this. Even if we draw the nuts too, we're still being able to. We gotta. Oh, there's the Falling Titans. We drew last turn from our board. Of
There's
course.
the handshake.
Yeah, there
Caden
it
shows the
goes.
Falling Titan, shows how many times he can play it.
Yeah.
Game 3 and the match to Caden G, making and appearing here with his day 2 invite. 4-2, potentially locking in his top 16 for tomorrow.
Yeah, it's not guaranteed.
Yes, which
but
we'll find out very shortly.
Yeah.
So hang on to the edge of your seats, everybody, because we do have that coming up basically now. But
Yeah.
at the end of that match, of course, recapping it a little bit. Game 1, decidedly, at the end of it, Rock Barrage, Falling Titans a million times. Not a lot of urgency on the side for Marvin.
Yeah.
Game 2, Grindier. Marvin gets a good stage, denies the backups early on. Incredible adaptation when going first in the matchup. And then Game 3, the Colossal Detonation, I think, really sealed the deal for that game.
Yeah. It was because of the 3 scales of Juno.
Yeah.
And the heat tackle block. It was the only thing that could get him back into the game, right? And so it's just we had multiple lines and chose the correct one in that specific situation. So. Yeah, good play from Caden.
Play.
Marvin, played his heart out too. He had the right tools. It's just sometimes they don't come together at the right time.
That's right.
And
you were kind of saying it earlier, and I would admit it as well. Void just not necessarily having a lot of options for the backup matchup.
Right.
I think that is very true.
Yeah.
And, with the supporting cards that you could put in with Ryu specifically on Fire and all, not a lot of options also unless you're specifically teching for, like, activating the coordinate. And, no one would ever blame anyone for not playing that card right now because backup decks are
they're
not at the top echelon, but still having some success here for Caden this weekend.
Yep.
That's it for our tournament.
I think for today at
For
least.
today.
So let's look
give
at top
it to
16.
them.
Yeah,
let's give it to them.
just show
Obviously,
top
if you've
16.
been looking online, you probably already know. But Bromley and I are going to go through 4x4. So in your first place, of course, we kind of knew this from looking at the standings. George R., after his second place finish in Atlanta with Godzilla, taking first place, will be the highest seed for top 16 tomorrow. Carson Panos moving on with a second place finish, also Godzilla. Travis Tangeman in third, Mark Tyner as his representation, and Ezra Miller, you know it, you love it, plays that crystal lens, getting fourth place.
Yeah. TC Devertinian piloting our alone Deku in top 8. Chris Miner representing Final Round Game Shop playing Nagora Yuki. Our what's better than 3 damage character? 4 damage is the number. Ryan Field piloting Mikasa Ackerman, of course. Aiden
W now.
Yeah.
Because he kept winning. So we call him Aiden W instead of Aiden L. But piloting this deck coming out of day 1 as well.
Yeah, other Zeke.
Yes. Chris Miner, Ryan Field, Aiden L, and George R. all climbed out of day 1.
Yeah.
I'm unsure on Carson. I don't have it in front of me. But the rest of these players I know are guaranteed that I think they came in on
they
day
came
2.
in on day 2.
But we have the back half. Calvin Harrigal, Wub.
Let's go,
Sneaking in
Wub.
with Pumat Soul as 9th place. Gavin Kale on that Water Bridget deck. Caden G, we just saw win, locking it in with 11th
Jacob
place.
Johnson
Playing his own character card.
That's amazing.
And then on the bottom half,
Justin Birch piloting Mark Tyner. Ryan Kogod, making it in there with Godzilla as well. Andrew Porret squeaking it in with the Zuka Midoriya.
and Birthday Boy.
Birthday boy. He pulled a chrome earlier.
did.
He pulled the first chrome anybody's seen from the Godzilla set, which is pretty cool. That's a good birthday present. You know what's an even better birthday present?
Winning the whole thing.
Winning
tomorrow.
Worlds, yeah.
I think he might have used a lot of his luck today, making his top 16 appearance. Congratulations to all of our players that will be there tomorrow.
job, guys.
And we are going to be right there with them. That's right. It's single elimination time, Bromley. We're going to be doing a top 16 bracket first thing tomorrow morning where we are going to see these players battle it out for the best prize in gaming.
Whoa.
Character card.
Look at this.
That's Sam's card. You opened the Sacred Guardian.
Sam card.
If that's not a good end of the
and
day,
a power.
I don't know what is. Thanks, everybody, for watching today. Don't go anywhere, as we should be back at 10:30, 9:30 Central Standard Time. Levi Lalonde running a great tournament. We'll see y'all tomorrow. Thanks so much.
Tastes like power.